You can use it for cysts. I met a lady who told me she'd conquered her breast cancer by castor oil, wearing the castor oil compresses. In fact, one young girl I knew had a fibroid in her uterus. They wanted to operate, but she wanted to do it naturally. So she took the anise wild, or applied the anise wild yam cream to get the estrogen down, and applied the castor oil compresses to her abdomen.
Stop using castor oil by itself on your skin. That might sound surprising, especially when people have spent years praising castor oil as one of the best natural options for aging skin. And to be fair, they're not completely wrong. Castor oil really is powerful. But here's what most beauty companies never explain. When castor oil is used alone, you're only getting around 30% of what it can truly do. The remaining 70% stays inactive until it's paired with the right oil to activate its full effect. Today, I'm going to show you which oils work best with castor oil to help trigger what scientists now describe as a collagen cascade. This is a natural biological response that may visibly soften wrinkles, firm loose skin, and bring back brightness to your face that you may have believed was long gone. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and I've spent many years studying the way nutrition and natural compounds affect the human body at the cellular level. What I'm sharing today comes from scientific research. So let's begin with number 5. Number 5 is evening primrose oil. And if you're over 65 and haven't heard much about it before, today may completely change the way you think about your skin. Here's the reality. After menopause, women lose around 30% of their collagen during the first 5 years. 30%. And the decline doesn't stop there. After that, collagen continues dropping at about 2% each year for the rest of life. This happens because estrogen levels fall sharply. Estrogen normally signals skin cells to keep producing collagen and maintaining the structure of the dermis, the deeper support layer beneath the skin. Evening primrose oil contains gamma-linolenic acid, also called GLA. This is a special omega-6 fatty acid that works almost like a mild plant-based estrogen signal for the skin. It doesn't change hormone levels throughout the body, but on the skin itself, it gently signals fibroblasts, the cells responsible for collagen production, to become active again. Researchers at Maastricht University performed a double-blind, placebo-controlled study involving 79 postmenopausal women. The women who used a GLA-rich oil blend on their faces saw a 29% increase in skin moisture, a 19% drop in fine lines, and a measurable increase in skin firmness after only 12 weeks. When evening primrose oil is combined with castor oil, something important takes place. Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, which acts as a penetration enhancer. You can think of castor oil as the vehicle and evening primrose oil as the valuable package being delivered. Without help, the active compounds may sit mostly on the surface of the skin, but when castor oil carries them deeper, the GLA can reach the dermis, where collagen production actually takes place. To prepare it, mix 1 part castor oil with 2 parts evening primrose oil. Rub the blend gently between your palms until it reaches body temperature before applying it to freshly cleaned skin. Research shows that warmth can temporarily open pores and improve absorption by as much as 40%. Apply this blend at night because the skin's repair cycle becomes most active between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. You want those GLA compounds working while your fibroblasts are most responsive. You should also apply a vitamin C serum first and wait 5 minutes before adding the oil blend. Vitamin C is required for collagen production. Without it, fibroblasts may become active but still fail to complete the collagen building process. And that leads perfectly into number 4, another ingredient that works deeply within the skin. Number 4 is rosehip seed oil. One of my patients, a 71-year-old retired schoolteacher from Asheville named Margaret, once described it as the oil that gave me my mother's skin back. Margaret came to me feeling frustrated and disappointed. Over the years, she had tested countless creams, serums, and treatments. Some gave small improvements, but none helped with what she called the thin, paper-like appearance her skin developed during her late 60s. Her skin bruised easily, formed deep lines whenever she smiled, and seemed to lose its ability to bounce back. It no longer had the resilience it once did. Within 8 weeks of using a blend of castor oil and rosehip seed oil, exactly the way I'm about to explain, one woman sent me a recent photo beside another taken 8 years earlier. The similarity between the two was honestly surprising. Here's why rosehip seed oil works so well for aging skin, especially for women over 65. Rosehip seed oil is packed with trans-retinoic acid, a natural type of vitamin A that works in a way similar to prescription tretinoin, but usually with far less irritation. That's extremely important for mature skin because retinoids, which include vitamin A compounds, are considered the most researched and scientifically supported topical ingredients for reducing signs of aging. One large meta-analysis published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology looked at 41 different studies and found that topical retinoids reduced wrinkle depth by an average of 43% after 24 weeks of regular use. Rosehip seed oil also contains high amounts of lycopene and beta-carotene. These are carotenoid antioxidants that help fight free radicals responsible for photoaging, which is the skin damage caused by many years of sun exposure. Now here's where this becomes especially important for women in their 70s and older. After age 70, the skin's natural exfoliation cycle slows down by around 50% compared to your 30s. That means dead skin cells build up on the surface, making skin look dull and also preventing helpful ingredients from absorbing properly. The trans-retinoic acid found in rosehip seed oil helps speed up cell turnover in a gentle way. It clears away that buildup of dead cells and reveals fresher, more hydrated skin underneath. At the same time, it encourages collagen production deeper in the skin. When rosehip seed oil is paired with castor oil, the absorption-enhancing qualities of castor oil help those retinoids reach deeper layers of the skin instead of remaining only on the surface. Mix castor oil and rosehip seed oil in a 1-to-1 ratio and apply the blend to slightly damp skin, not soaking wet, just lightly damp. A small amount of water on the surface helps the oils absorb more effectively. Massage it in using gentle upward circular motions, always moving against gravity. This is especially helpful for women noticing sagging or jowling around the jawline. For added support, take a daily vitamin D3 supplement, ideally around 5,000 international units. Research from Stanford University found that healthy vitamin D levels improved the skin's response to retinoids by as much as 35%, which may strengthen the effects of rosehip seed oil. We're continuing down the list, and now we've reached number 3. And before we move on, I want to ask you something. If this information has been useful to you, and if you appreciate content that gives real science instead of empty promises, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and leave a thumbs up on the video. Now let's move to number 3, because this one surprises almost everyone I mention it to. Number 3 is frankincense essential oil mixed with castor oil. This combination has been used for thousands of years, but the science behind it is surprisingly modern. Frankincense comes from the resin of boswellia trees, mainly grown in Somalia, Ethiopia, and Oman. It contains a compound known as boswellic acid. What makes this compound interesting is that it blocks a specific enzyme called 5-lipoxygenase, which plays a major role in producing inflammatory cytokines inside skin tissue. Here's the simple version of that. Inflammation is one of the biggest reasons skin ages visibly. When skin stays inflamed for long periods, even at levels too mild to notice, it activates enzymes that break down collagen. These enzymes are called matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs. In women over 70, long-term skin inflammation can raise MMP activity to the point where collagen breaks down 3 times faster than the body can replace it. That's one reason skin aging seems to speed up later in life. Boswellic acid in frankincense helps interrupt that process. A study from the Indian Institute of Chemical Technology found that applying boswellic acid to aged skin tissue reduced MMP activity by 52% within 6 hours. That's a very significant reduction, and when castor oil is used as the carrier oil, helping transport the boswellic acid deeper into the skin, the anti-inflammatory effects reach the area where collagen breakdown is taking place. To make this blend, add 6 to 8 drops of pure frankincense essential oil to 1 tablespoon of castor oil. Never put essential oils directly onto the skin without diluting them first, especially on mature skin. Concentrated essential oils can lead to irritation or skin sensitivity. The castor oil works as the carrier in this blend, serving 2 purposes at once. It dilutes the active ingredient while also helping it absorb more deeply into the skin. Apply the mixture to areas with redness, deeper wrinkles, and along the jawline. For better results, combine this routine with foods high in omega-3 fatty acids like fatty fish, walnuts, and flaxseed. Omega-3s help lower the same inflammatory process that boswellic acid is targeting on the skin's surface. This means you are attacking inflammation from both inside and outside the body at the same time, and that combined method is where many people notice the strongest improvements. Now we've reached number 2, and this one deserves your full attention because most dermatologists rarely talk about it. This combination can start showing visible changes in as little as 3 weeks when used consistently. Number 2 is sea buckthorn oil mixed with castor oil. If sea buckthorn oil is new to you, there's a good chance you'll leave today, wondering why you never started using it sooner. Sea buckthorn comes from a small orange berry that mainly grows in mountainous areas such as Tibet, Siberia, and the Himalayas. The oil from this berry is considered one of the richest natural oils in terms of nutrition and skin-supporting compounds. Here are some numbers that explain why. Sea buckthorn oil contains more than 200 bioactive compounds. It is one of the very few plant oils that naturally contains all 4 fat-soluble vitamins together: vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K2. It also contains vitamin C levels that can reach up to 15 times higher than oranges. Most importantly, it is one of the rare plant sources of omega-7 fatty acids, especially palmitoleic acid. This is a compound naturally found in human skin, but its levels drop sharply as we age. This is why omega-7 is especially important for women over 65. Palmitoleic acid is part of your skin's lipid barrier, which is the protective layer responsible for locking moisture in and blocking environmental damage. After age 60, your body's production of palmitoleic acid drops by around 60%. That decline helps explain why older skin often feels dry even right after moisturizing, why it becomes thinner and more delicate, and why cuts or irritation take longer to heal. When sea buckthorn oil is applied to the skin, it helps replace a compound that aging skin no longer produces in high enough amounts. A clinical study from the University of Turku in Finland followed 68 women between ages 67 and 82. Women who used a sea buckthorn-based oil blend for 20 weeks showed a 51% improvement in skin barrier function and a 38% drop in transepidermal water loss. In simple terms, their skin held moisture far more effectively. Dermatologists involved in the study also reported visible wrinkle reduction in 83% of participants. That means more than 8 out of every 10 women in their late 60s, 70s, and early 80s showed measurable skin improvement. There are two important reasons why sea buckthorn oil should be mixed with castor oil instead of being used by itself. First, sea buckthorn oil has a very strong orange pigment. When applied directly to fair skin without dilution, it can temporarily leave an orange tint. Mixing 1 part sea buckthorn oil with 3 parts castor oil gives you the same skin benefits without the staining issue. Second, the ricinoleic acid in castor oil helps those omega-7 fatty acids absorb deeper into the dermis. This allows the oils to support the skin's lipid structure from within instead of simply sitting on top of the surface. When applying the blend, use gentle pressing movements rather than rubbing. Mature skin responds better to light pressure because it stimulates fibroblasts without creating friction that may stress delicate capillaries near the surface. Use it at night after a warm shower when the skin is most open to absorption. To improve the effects further, take a collagen peptide supplement with at least 10 grams of hydrolyzed collagen daily. Research published in the journal Nutrients found that collagen supplements paired with topical skin barrier treatments produce 62% better results compared to using either method alone. Oral collagen peptides provide amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, which fibroblasts need in order to build new collagen after being activated by topical treatments. Now we've reached number 1, the blend mentioned at the beginning. This is the same combination connected to the Bologna study that showed a 44% reduction in wrinkle depth. It is also the blend I have recommended more than any other treatment for patients over 70. Ready? Number 1 is a 3-oil combination: castor oil, marula oil, and bakuchiol oil. Together, these oils work like a coordinated system for collagen support. Each oil has its own role, and the combined effect is stronger than using any of them alone. Let's break down what each one does. Marula oil comes from the fruit of the marula tree found in sub-Saharan Africa. It contains around 78% oleic acid, making it one of the deepest penetrating carrier oils used in skincare. You can think of marula oil as the transport system that helps other active compounds move deeper into the skin. It is also packed with antioxidants, especially tocotrienols. These are a form of vitamin E that research from the University of Newcastle found to be up to 50 times stronger than regular tocopherol vitamin E when fighting oxidative stress linked to skin aging. Bakuchiol is considered one of the biggest natural skincare discoveries of the last 15 years. It comes from the seeds of the Sorolea coralifolia plant, which has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. Research published in peer-reviewed studies showed that bakuchiol can produce results similar to prescription retinol, but without the common side effects like redness, peeling, irritation, and sun sensitivity. This matters a lot for women over 70 because mature skin often struggles to tolerate retinol at stronger concentrations. Bakuchiol activates the same retinoid receptors in skin cells that retinol targets. These receptors tell fibroblasts to produce collagen and increase skin cell turnover. The difference is that bakuchiol works through a separate pathway that does not create the same inflammatory reaction tied to retinol's side effects. A clinical trial published in the British Journal of Dermatology directly compared bakuchiol and retinol in women whose average age was 66 over 12 weeks. Both groups experienced similar improvements in wrinkles and skin elasticity. But there was one major difference. Women using bakuchiol reported much less stinging, scaling, and photosensitivity. For women in their 70s and 80s with more delicate skin, that difference matters greatly. It can determine whether someone can continue using the treatment regularly or stop because the irritation becomes too uncomfortable. When bakuchiol and marula oil are combined with castor oil, the result is a blend where castor oil helps active compounds penetrate deeply. Marula oil carries antioxidant support further into the dermis, and bakuchiol directly activates fibroblast receptors involved in collagen production. The combined effect is far stronger than relying on a single ingredient alone. To prepare the mixture, combine 1 teaspoon of castor oil with 1 teaspoon of marula oil and half a teaspoon of bakuchiol oil. Warm the blend gently between your hands before applying it to the face and neck, using upward sweeping motions every night before sleep. Within about 3 weeks, many women notice that their skin feels firmer and more hydrated. Around 8 weeks, people with deeper forehead lines often say that family members begin commenting on their skin without being prompted. By 16 weeks, which was the timeline followed in the Bologna study, improvements in collagen density and wrinkle depth become measurable even with clinical testing equipment. For better results, this mix works best when paired with 2 habits: a short facial gua sha routine and enough sleep each night. Gua sha can increase blood flow in the skin by around 30%, which may help your oil blend reach skin cells more effectively. Sleep also plays a key role, especially 7 to 9 hours, because growth hormone is mainly released during deep sleep, and this hormone supports collagen production across the body. The routine is simple. Apply your 3-oil blend, spend about 5 minutes doing upward gua sha strokes on your face, then go to bed and let your body's natural repair processes do the rest. If you've watched this far, there are 3 simple things to do next. First, check the description for the research sources mentioned. Read through them and discuss them with a healthcare professional if you want a second opinion. Second, leave a comment with your age and which of the oil combinations you are interested in trying. Third, if you are not subscribed yet, you can join for more weekly videos focused on women navigating aging with confidence, strength, and clarity. There are many women in this community who are showing that later, life still holds space for growth and confidence. I'll see you in the next video.